Thanks for joining me again. The craziness of Christmas. That's what I'm talking about today. Now, you are aware, as I am aware, that the world is crazy, but that craziness bursts out into its full blossom at Christmas time. The world becomes even crazier at Christmas. Now, those of you who watch my videos will know that I teach biblical truth and not tradition, and Christmas is a tradition. But December the 25th was a date chosen not by God, but by a Roman emperor, Constantine. He thought it was a good time, a suitable date to remember Christ's birth. He became a Christian, and he now brought Christianity into the Roman culture in a sense. And he decided that the 25th of December, which was near to the solstice, the shortest day of the year, on the 21st of December, he thought that was a good date, so he introduced it as the birthday of Christ. Nothing to do with the birth date of Christ. If you remember, the angels came announcing the birth, and they went to shepherds in the fields. And shepherds don't tend their flocks and look after lambs at December the 25th time of year. They don't do it. Probably Jesus was born on the 1st of Tishri. Now Tishri is the Jewish month, the first month of the calendar in the Jewish calendar, the 1st of Tishri. Now, so Christians have been misled, and Christians are continually being misled by the evangelical churches, by the traditional churches. They've been told that Christmas time is the birth of Christ. As I say, it's nothing to do with it. It's a religious demon. Now, that religious demon has been used to pull Christians away from the central message of the gospel. Christ is the central message of the gospel, but they have replaced Christ with Santa Claus, Father Christmas. Now, Father Christmas, as I say, is a religious demon. My wife saw this Father Christmas in vision and unzipped his costume, and inside was a demon of sorcery, of witchcraft. Now, this demon, linked with mammon, let's make some profit out of this, makes the facts that in the supermarkets they've got, or the big stores, maybe in your country it's not the same, but in France and Britain and so on, in America, they have plenty of Santa Claus, people who are willing to dress up and be paid to go and tell lies to the kids. So in the supermarkets, parents line up, wait in line for their kids to be told lies for and pay good money for it. The child whips onto the knee of Santa, pulls his beard, plays with his costume and so on, and says, is it a real man inside there? All this kind of fantasy, and then tells them that they've been really good all the year and they deserve some really big presents like bicycles and toy trains and stuff like that. So this is Santa Claus, and it's a distraction used for the sake of commerce. It's a big time of profit for the shops. Christmas time is probably the biggest time of profit. This is mammon on the make, big time. And that's the drive behind it. You go in the supermarkets here, you see line after line of booze, big containers of wine, 5-litre containers, and beer and cakes. Oh, cakes galore. Every sort of sugary food you could imagine is being sold. Now, sugar, if you take on a lot of sugar, you're going to suffer for it, because sugar really it can cause you to run towards pre-diabetes, and it's very, very bad for your health. But mammon doesn't care about your health. It cares about the profit, cling, cling. Some places, the restaurants, offer meals at a fixed price. In other words, you go in, you pay like 17 euros or maybe $20, $20, and you can eat as much as you like. It's called in France à la volonté, which means you can stuff your face as much as you want, just for one price. Now, my neighbour, he's now died, he was a Freemason, but we were trying to influence him. So he invited Veronica and I to one of these restaurants, and he paid for us, and we just ate and ate and ate. The food was delicious. The food was sugary. The food was delicious to taste, but very bad health-wise. And it took me months to get the weight off. I really regretted it. I felt ashamed by it. And what people do at their parties, at their business parties, their firm's party, or even at their church party, they lose control. They forget because they've drunk so much booze that it's affected their mind. They don't remember, oh, did I do that? Oh my goodness. And they feel so shameful afterwards. I'm only using very little scripture today, but I've got a new Bible and I wanted to show it you. It's the Sid Roth Bible, the Supernatural Bible. It's beautiful. It's thumb printed. How do I show you that? Thumb printed, there you are. And from Philippians 3 and verse 19, it says, their destination is destruction. Their God is their appetite. Their glory is in their shame. And their minds are set on earthly things. The King James says their God is their belly. Now, I do not want to join in this kind of festivities and this kind of craziness where I just go and overeat. I think my wife has got a nice chicken a nice sort of chicken for Sunday, a Sunday meal, but it's not extra celebratory. She's not spending hours and hours and hours like many women in the Christian church are doing well, it's Christmas tomorrow and I'm going to make all these cakes. Pull out of it. Get a revelation. Christmas has nothing to do with Christ. So if you're doing it for your family. Okay, you want to do it, you do it. But don't be sucked in to the lie that this is all about celebrating God, celebrating the birth of Christ. It's a big lie, and I want to open your eyes to that fact. So enjoy Hanukkah, and I'll see you next week. God bless you.